done this without support, starting from the hotel in terms of booking. So just a little history. So the Hilton Trinidad Conference Center was where I hosted my very first cancer conference. I wasn't CAOH yet, but Dr. Monica Davis, and I think I stayed up all night, and I felt ill, and she carried on the conference for me. It was something that meant a lot, and that's why she's still here up to today. I won't say how many years that is. But we started there, and this came really from a passion, listening to my patients. So every time something comes up, it's normally based on a personal experience. So when we speak about like palliative care, my style is a little different. Like I would develop a bucket list with my patients. And one guy said, I'd like for you to help me to live versus die in depression. So with a bucket list, we did something every week. So I said, what do you want to do this week? Can you eat ice cream? Yeah, sure, you can have ice cream this week. And then next week, what do you want to do? I want to go to the beach. And I organized, we didn't have, the wheelchair vehicles. I called a maxi taxi. And we got him into the maxi taxi and he went to the beach and he put his feet in the water and he felt revived because he hadn't been to the beach for a very long time with his depression. And every week we tried to find little goals until we got to that critical turning point. And I said, I promise I'll be there when you're dying. And I did. So he called me the last day and he's like, I'm going, it's my last day today. And I left all my groceries, Christmas, in the supermarket, and I went to his bedside and I held his hand until he breathed his last breath. So it became very much a personal experience, and that's why I love what I do, because my patients become my family and my best friends, and the teams that I work with are literally phenomenal. To get Keisha here out today was like, wow, because I know the schedule. And quite a few of you, because this is a really packed room on a Sunday, persons who took the opportunity to fly in, very much impressed as well. I got to the hotel, which is why this is, a bit symbolic. So this hotel is the only upside-down hotel in the world, under the Hilton chain, in case you didn't know. And I coordinated the booking with Dana Ramper, and Dana was like, let's see how it goes. We kept pushing it. And then the government was supposed to close this down literally on the 16th, right? Our conference started on the 17th. So in fine Marisa Nimrod style, I started to lobby, because I needed to have this hotel. Eventually, the minister was kind enough and he gave them an extra 1 month extension, which means that 1 month from the 17th to the next month is when here would be open. And I just want to commend the team at Hilton. I'd like to thank my planning team and the sponsors who've been on the screen, because we couldn't have done this without their support. Year 22 came in, and I want to thank Sean. This is short notice. And he said, I gave you my word last year, we're going to come through, and I think the media has been amazing in terms of the graphics that you're seeing that was done in real time, courtesy Sergeant Dr. Dookie. And to you, could you give yourself a round of applause, please? We wouldn't be able to continue the movement. And what's really special for us this year is that, as I said, we've done a lot of collaborations. And I've been keeping Dr. Lowe awake as my clinical chair. Dr. Lowe's been managing Jamaica UWI in his sleep and still helping push for all these regional programs with CARICOM and CAFA and ASCO and ACS. And I keep him very busy, so I want to thank my chair as well. Where do you think we should host this next year? I know where I'd like it to be. Any ideas? Hilton. Okay, so we're going to have it at the Hilton. The first CAOH I went to was in Barbados. And we think we would like to take it back to the Hilton Barbados. We'd like to have something called a hackathon. Anybody knows what a hackathon is? Yes, Dr. Robert. Okay, I love you. Oh, and thanks for free genetic screening. I don't know how many of you got to do it. So we finished our app. We spoke about doing a patient navigation app. So it's ready. We have all 3 platforms. So the physicians can now control. So the app is not going to hallucinate. So you have some say over it. The patients are going to be navigated, so there are no gaps in the guidelines. And I want to thank Dr. Dringa for being here, because we would have done our first harmonized guidelines with NCCN. I think we still hold that copyright relationship, which is what we will be renewing in 2027. And based on the guidelines, we have been adapting our app to match the guidelines, and then it will now be done at a cultural or regional level so that patients can navigate based on their cultural backgrounds, etc. So we try not to lose anyone in the process, right? So we will have that hackathon. Thing invite you back so you can now start putting ideas to the skeleton that we've established already. So hopefully we'll be doing it right back here at the Hilton again for the hackathon. Security team, Mr. David Martin and his team, thanks very much for being here. We wish you all the best, for the rest of the year until the next meeting. If I missed anyone, to the teams, etc., all the best. We'll see you hopefully in 1 year in Barbados.
A Sharfus Journal production.